everybody. My name is Lacey, and today, since I'm a bone marrow transplant survivor, I'm going to finally get a checkup from the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. And right now, I'm right outside a truck that I thought was very interesting, and it's a truck that promotes donating blood. And since I unfortunately can't donate blood because of my whole bone marrow transplant deal, I really want other people to donate. I really want to promote donating blood so that other people can help save other people's lives.
I'm calling potato. Oh, you know what? Oh, do you have allergies?
No.
I like the noise that it makes.
Oh, you do?
It's cute.
So you're going to go back to BMT where you registered at?
Good morning, Wendy. This is Maria. Yeah?
There you go. And you know where you...
Yeah, well, just show me a room.
Yeah, that's where you're... Yeah, you just go there, but give them the forms.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a lot of pollution. It's a lot of like steam and like smoke.
We can almost see the Hollywood sign.
I didn't know there was like a McDonald's like patio.
Oh, I didn't know that either. I can't tell if my lens is blurry or it's just the windows.
It may be the windows. I'm just really exhausted. It's kind of interesting to see like this area. It's kind of like dirty, but like yeah. And there's like a
Please wash your hands. Best soap of all. Actually, that one's not that great.
You're a big fan of the soap.
Man, I love soap.
There's just like a little TV and stuff.
I don't know if it's in. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'll park it here and see if I can. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to repeat it. Okay. All right. So tell me, I have quite a few things to read through here, but I read a note from Miller Children's. But just tell me, in your own words, what's been going on with you for the last whole of your life. So.
You want me to tell your story?
Oh wait, like the whole story of the bone marrow transplant? I think you know it best, so I think you should explain.
Since
She
you were
was a month early. I had her,
Did you have an abruption?
a month early, I had placenta abruption. She was emergency C-section. Then they thought she was just anemic because of that, so they sent her home on iron. About a month later, she got so sick that I called to make a doctor's appointment, but I knew something was wrong, so I went in super early. And when we got her there, she was really pale, and her cries kept getting weaker and weaker. And they said she was really cold and keep her warm and take her to the hospital. And so we took her to the hospital, and they had, everybody was waiting for her there. And they couldn't figure out what was going on until they took her blood counts came back. So she was tested for meningitis and all that stuff. She had a hemoglobin of 2. And they then transferred us to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia after that. And they figured they could keep it under control with just transfusions once or twice a month. And said that she had diamond black fan anemia. At 2 months, we went in and she had lost all her neutrophils. And she was admitted right away into Philly, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and was put on antibiotics, I think. She was running a little bit of a fever. And we started a shot called GCSF. Not sure if
yeah, granulocyte colony stimulating factor. We use it here for keeping counts up.
Yeah. And that worked for a little bit, but every 2 weeks she would get a fever, she would lose all her neutrophils again, and the shot just stopped working. So after about 7 or 8 months of that, they said, or it was probably 7 months, they said, she's probably not going to make it unless she gets bone marrow transplant. So she was put on the list, and she found one pretty fast. She had stem cells from a baby.
Cord blood.
Yeah, cord blood.
Yeah, I saw that was
and she received her transplant.
5 out of 6, or was it just a 1 mismatch? I think it's.
I think so. It wasn't perfect. And she got her transplant October 16th, 1997. And after that, she did pretty well. She was on some anti-rejection medications for a little bit, but nothing too serious. The steroids and cyclosporin and all those medications, and then started what is it, the Bactrim, yes. Okay. It's also so long ago.
yeah, you got a good memory for this. This was a while.
You don't forget stuff.
Yeah.
You forget some stuff, but
bone marrow transplant's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a very big deal. So she did pretty well. I mean, she didn't really have many complications. While she was in the hospital, she had different things like lesions in her liver. She had once, and had to do a biopsy. She's had several spinal taps, and she's had biopsies, bone marrow biopsies, and aspirates, and but I mean, she did, knock on wood, relatively well. But they said, she would have to come back every year for checkup.
Yeah.
And since we moved out here, we haven't been able to get her in. So it's been 2 years since she's, almost 3 years since she's had checkup. Her last checkup was at Cook's in Texas.
Did you mention that I also had chemotherapy?
Yeah. Well,
that's part of the transplant. Yeah.
Okay. So it's always part of the transplant.
It's always part of the transplant, unless you're born without an immune system at all. And sometimes they can just dump cells in. But you had an immune system, even though it was faulty.
Okay.
And so if they didn't give you chemotherapy to get rid of it, you could have rejected the cord blood.
She also had platelets too that were slowly diminishing the further on her illness went. But
yeah, mostly the chemotherapy is to get rid of your immune system so you don't reject the graft. So that's why you get the chemo.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if because you had a genetic disease that you needed to get fixed because you're just for some reason genetically you had that black band diamond and you had faulty bone marrow. So, but it was functional just enough that you could have rejected the cord blood. So that's when they had to make space and get rid of it.
She didn't get radiation though. She just had. And I'm not even sure how much chemo she got.
And that's all in here. So, but I always like to hear from them because you know her better than any records do. So I always like to get the story from the family.
Yeah.
So since then, how's she been doing?
I mean, she's tiny. She has psoriasis.
Yeah.
It's always hard. That's, you know, shit could have been so much worse than psoriasis.
Yeah.
But that kicked in right after the transplant. Like,
Yeah, it's
the immune
probably,
system.
they're calling it psoriasis, is probably graft versus host disease.
Oh no, she still has it.
Yeah, I'm saying it's probably graft versus host disease, chronic now.
Oh really?
Yeah. It looks just like psoriasis.
Oh wow, you're the first person who's ever said that.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's probably what it is, but I won't look at you. The doctor can tell you better.
Oh, they'd always
But-
said that it probably came in because, well, my aunt had it real bad.
And also psoriasis is an immune disease, and since I guess the chemo kind of knocked out the immune system, then maybe the psoriasis came from there.
Yeah, but it
Did
also.
you see it a lot in transplant kids? Sorry?
Oh, yeah,
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, because they looked identical.
Yeah.
So, but
So
we're
is
just
it dangerous?
figuring
Does
that,
that make
well,
it-
psoriasis is autoimmune, so it's your immune system attacking your body.
Yeah.
Well, your immune system is from now cord blood. It's now somebody else's immune system, so
Okay.
it still can recognize your body as foreign even all these years later. Because those cells, it takes those cells that can attack your body about 9 months to get to die out. But when they get stimulated to like by infection or just are allowed to replicate, those baby cells last another 9 months. So we see some chronic problems like that.
So is there anything to worry about more than we've been? No.
No, I mean, if it's not getting worse and you're not getting scarring or anything.
She has some scarring on her arms and stuff, yeah. She used to hate all the treatments and the creams and everything that she was on when she was a baby.
I actually don't think it's really scarring. It's just like when the psoriasis now clears up a bit. It's like the part of the skin is just kind of whiter than the other parts of the skin.
Yeah, because scarring is actually, you know, where the skin changes and gets stiffer, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
She's got a lot going on in her arms, so I mean,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, I'll
so
take
scarring.
everything. I'll do the exam last.
Oh, okay.
Talk first and do the exam last. So
So with graphics is, how do you pronounce it?
graft, the cord blood.
graft?
Graft versus host. You're the host.
Versus host.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the host. So it's the opposite of, you know, if you had gotten somebody's kidney as a transplant, your immune system could attack the kidney because it would recognize that as foreign. What you would effect got was somebody else's immune system that can recognize your whole body as foreign until it gets adjusted.
So
Just breathe through your nose, let it go to your mouth.
Huh?
Okay? Breathe in, let it go.
it's okay.
She's helping you too.
Like, I mean, the last time I had a needle poked into my skin was like a few months ago because I got really like kind of sick. I kept vomiting and I had to get an IV, but I haven't had blood drawn in a while. So.
It's different. IV is more difficult than taking blood out.
Yeah.
Because this one comes out and the other one, they has to leave it in.
Yeah, oh I know, that's absolutely horrible. And trying to go to the bathroom
No,
and
it's
everything with the hand.
special that you were vomiting, you know, you were, it's more hard to find the veins like that. Okay, sweetie, let me see. You have a lot of work, okay?
What all is she getting?
This one.
Is it okay that I haven't eaten anything today? Or
That's
yeah.
fine. You never faint or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
If you make yourself nervous, you're gonna make yourself faint.
No, just relax, okay?
I always get like kind of like this though. I'm better when it's just going.
Yeah, just try to relax. That's it. That's the key. Just breathe in. That's different. If you try to relax, it works better than when you are very tight. Okay? Calm down. It press very tiny and give me a lot. But the other one disappear very fast.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that I had to like fill all those.
It's like donating blood.
I'm just gonna put the amount that I need, okay? I don't fill it up. The tubes. This one there.